today?
Very well indeed. Thanks, Antonio. Very well indeed. It's great to be talking to you, and you've got up so early in order to do this, to work with your schedule. But I know you are a bit of an early riser.
Yes, definitely. I try to get up early to jumpstart my morning, and early in the morning, it's always great to get up. Start with your mind, your body, and your soul. Most
Yeah,
important, and that's my mantra going forward.
yeah,
So today we want to speak about why choose to utilize LinkedIn over other socials. So
absolutely.
let's hear your thought on this, Mr. Hackett.
Okay, well, from my side, it's the most professional platform, and if you are a business person, you have to have a presence on here. You have to have a good presence on here. There are over 800 million profiles. That's an awful lot of people, and
Definitely.
people you have to come across as a professional person because people in today's world, we've all gone digital, and people will check you out. They think, okay, we need this product. So
Yeah.
we have three companies now in the mix. Okay, they all say they can do what they say they can do. Let's check the people out. You go on, you see one, and you got a guy there with a cocktail in his hand. And it's right, okay, fair enough. What does it read like? It's a bit not very professional. Then you see another one, someone with a nice jacket on and what have you, and a nice visual. You can see their face. They're not
Yeah.
just someone miles in the background. See all of their face. So you feel as though you can connect with them. You can put these audio bits on now so people hear your voice. And it's all just a way of building your personal brand because people will check you out and people buy from people first.
Definitely.
That company might be the best, that product
hmm
might be the best, but can you work with them? Does their culture mix with you? Well, because at the moment, well, you can a little bit more now, because you can't go to those places and sit down and meet their staff and the receptionists and all this sort of stuff. You have to try and do it through a lens.
Yeah.
So
hmm
it's important. It's not a obviously this started out, oh my gosh, 18 years ago. And it was just for recruiters and just to put your CV on there or your resume.
Yeah.
I worked at ABC company. I was in sales. I achieved my targets. I did this. Great. Great. Well, they can obviously sell. Well, they say they can sell because it's on here. It's just words, isn't it, at the end of the day? So, but on LinkedIn, you now build your personal brand. It's the why you. What?
hmm
How do you stand out over and above? Why should I recruit you rather than this person? You both say you can do the job. You both say you've got the numbers. You've both been doing it for a similar amount of time. It's about culture. Do you
Correct.
fit? Do you fit? Are you going to work within? Is it going to, are we going to be able to work together?
hmm
Because it's easy, as a salesperson, you walk in and, hello, I'm Antonio from ABC company. Oh, yeah, great. Yeah, we'll have that. Yeah, thank you very much. And you leave. Well,
Yeah.
that's an order taker, isn't it? It's not really sales.
hmm
Sales is all about getting people to buy into your product
Correct.
and sell to people that wouldn't necessarily buy from you. They may be buying from a competitor.
hmm
So it's all about you've got to somehow get that edge.
Yes, and I believe getting on LinkedIn will give you that edge because what I love about LinkedIn is that it's your digital resume. Yes, we know that we give companies our hard copy resume or we email a resume to a particular company that we may be interested in. However, if it is that you do not have that digital presence, meaning that profile, because people buy from people. So when it is now that they see your CV, right? Okay, they're seeing your certificates, they're seeing what it is that your past work experience. However, they want to see the activity of you. What are you doing presently? The best way to find out what you are doing presently is to go on LinkedIn. If you're not posting, well, then after your competitor can get the job. So if it is that you are consistently posting, putting out great content, they now can get a feel of you. So they're seeing your written content. Then you are doing videos also. So you're integrating videos into your LinkedIn profile, posting, and they're getting to understand, all right, this is the person behind the profile in these different videos that he posted on social media. So most of the times, the person on the video will be the person you will meet in real, and the same mannerism and the way how it is that they speak will be the same in person. So it's
Absolutely.
great to go on LinkedIn, consistently post, be patient, but be persistent,
You
and
must
no
be
other
authentic.
platform.
You've got to be authentic, as
Yes,
you said. It's it's
so
like
true.
having that resume, black and white, boom, 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 boom.
Hmm.
I've done this, I've done that. Yeah, great. I've got these certificates, those certificates. They're all high grades. Great,
Yeah.
great, great. It's just there's no personality in it, is there? You have to get the personality going, and that's
Hmm.
the skill of LinkedIn and all the new features they're putting in. It's all about making it easier for people to make decisions by clicking onto their profile.
Yes.
And
And
there's a debate as well. We talk about posting. You have to be consistent. I 100% agree. There are different things you can post, ignoring the media side of it, whether it's a carousel, a video, or a text,
yeah.
or a image, or whatever. It's what content you put out. Now,
Correct.
there are people on this. There's exceptions to every rule. There are people on here that, if we talk polls, they put out ridiculous polls that you just think, oh, what has that got to do with anything?
Yeah, I
Oh,
find I've seen a lot of polls, and it's like some people when they go through the profile, is poll after poll after poll. You have to mix your content in
yes,
terms of carousel, video content, type-based content. Mix it up. Don't just put polls, 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 and expect that it actually doing something on LinkedIn. No, you are not. You just you know put in polls that don't make any sense.
exactly. And they have nothing to do with building you, the person, up. Because
Correct.
basically, you want to be an authority in your industry, whatever it is.
Yes.
So it's important to post things, whether they be tips and tricks or whatever, but just information about your industry. And because at the end of the day, you've got to be seen as somebody that you would trust and that they can actually
Mhm.
do their. It's because we talked about you've got your CV with your certificates on it. That's great.
Yeah.
But it's all about that extra bit. It's the
Hmm.
personality and it's the knowledge, the real knowledge, not just words written down. We can write anything down, can't we?
Correct. Definitely.
Okay,
Yeah.
until they contact your employer and find out, actually, he was only, with greatest respect to whatever, the caretaker or the receptionist, he wasn't
Hmm.
actually head of sales. That's obviously wrong, and that's not authentic either, is it? Because if you get caught out, that's no good, and it's no good being, I don't know, someone with a suit and tie on and whatever, but then in real life, you're wearing shorts or jeans or whatever it is. People think, oh
So
God,
true. Yeah.
be like that.
Be you. Be the authentic you. Be real you. Don't try to, be someone else. And then after, in reality, someone sees you and they be like, this is the same person who's on LinkedIn. No, just be yourself. And people buy into people so they will love you and appreciate you for who you are and not that what you are trying to become, which you are not. And
Absolutely.
my question to you,
Yes.
Stuart, in terms of posting, like on a weekly basis, what is the minimum post that someone could post? Like, would it be one post for the week, five posts for the week? What is your suggestion on that?
It's all about what you want to achieve through your posting.
Yeah.
Um, because you have people like Anthony J. James, for example, he might put out 40 a day. He's got, I've forgotten at the moment, maybe 3.5 million followers. He actually gets an awful lot of referral business off the back of it. He does it in a totally different way. He's a real special individual. But he does get so much business referral through it. But the important thing is he manages it himself, even though he's
Yeah.
puts 40, 50 posts out a day, which just
Whoa.
seems that's,
That is
that's
extremely a lot. I don't think I could manage
no, no,
more
no, no.
than one post for the day.
I mean, to be fair, they reckon that 2 to 3 is about right.
For the
Um,
week?
2 to 3 a week, but to be
Okay.
fair, you can do one a month. And
One
when
a
people,
month.
yeah, and when people get used to your
Okay. Starting
personality,
off.
because it's not just Well, you can be. This can be now. I do probably 3 a month, 4 a month.
Okay,
Maybe.
right. But you put some great posts, because when it is someone want to understand LinkedIn, they have to come to you. So when it is you put out a post, that post good for a month, 2 months, because it's great content, it's educational content based on LinkedIn that you are putting out. So other persons who may just put out a basic post, because what I would say is that with your post, you to me, it seems like you research LinkedIn so much and so great that when you put out a post, it's exactly how LinkedIn supposed to be. You have that educational content going out there so people get to understand and know what's, the updates,
Yeah,
understand the new feature and so forth. So the average person who just putting out basic posts, I believe that they have to put out more, because if your post not educational and not entertaining, you may not be able to captivate the audience the way that you would like it to
absolutely.
captivate.
Because what you're trying to do is stop people when they scroll. I mean, my gosh,
Correct.
when you scroll, whether it's on your mobile device or on your desktop, you're scrolling, and what makes you stop? Why do you want to stop? And there's lots of reasons for that. But if you're starting out, yes, you just do basic posts, but you've got to do three, probably even 4 a week.
Yeah.
But
Agreed.
important as well is to comment on other people's posts. And there's all sorts of statistics on this. It's whether per post you need to do 5 comments, per post you need to do 10 comments on other people's streams, because that then triggers the algorithm to help yours out.
Yes.
Because it shows you're not just doing, do you prefer black or white? What? Black or white? What? Not interesting. If you're doing something a little bit more interesting, then you've got to get people to stop. And that's the key thing. And if you have been commenting on other people's, preferably people within your industry or within your target audience, then you're building a credibility up. So it triggers the algorithm.
Yes. And I would tell people make meaningful comments, because a comment can be a post. So don't just comment like I like or voted. Sometimes you tend to do it, but try it at least. If it is you're commenting on 10 posts per day, at least let 5 posts be meaningful comments. So in that way, people could be like, all right, this post is a great post, but this comment is also awesome. I could maybe use this comment maybe to create my own post in time to come, or I could take the information from this comment and utilize it, for myself, to better myself.
Yes. And also for the person you're commenting on, if you just put great post, terrific, love it, it does nothing to their post.
Yes.
You have to have, again, there's all sorts of analysis and the algorithm's always changing, but you need to do at least 6 or even 8 words in order for it to have any impact on their post at all.
Well, I didn't even know that, because I sometimes tend to put, thanks for sharing or something like that. But I'm trying to support so much people, that to write meaningful posts more than 5-10, it's very difficult on a daily basis.
This is a good key, the audio feature. So you're on the post, you go onto the microphone. Hi, that's a great post. Really appreciate you sharing that with me. Thank you very much. That's added value.
Correct. Yes.
And that's probably quicker
I never did it. I never did it, but I will try it. So on the person post, you commenting voice.
Yes, you
comment
click,
basically.
You click the microphone on your keyboard on your iPhone or whatever, and then you just speak into it, and it transcribes it. Gone.
Okay, awesome. I did the voice note in terms of like in someone inbox, but I never did it. For to comment on someone post.
Yes, it saves so much time, and also rather than being the written word, it's the spoken word, so you relate more to them.
Yes, understand. Yeah,
they can see the emotion behind the words. Sounds silly. But many years ago, I used to do big speeches, standing up on stage, motivating people, and all this sort of stuff. And it's quite incredible. The first coach that I had to do this for me, and this is going back a long while, he said, he got our scripts. All right, what do you do that for? That's the written word that looks awful. What do you mean it looks awful? Right. We used to have little dictaphones in those days.
Yeah.
Now go through it and you speak it. All right. And then we had auto cue. So you got that little clear board in front that the audience can't see, and you're reading your spoken word. And you come across as really natural and authentic rather than from the written word. Again, it makes a massive difference.
Mm-hmm.
Massive difference. Vlogs are very good. I personally still to put one out there, but I keep getting harassed and told by my peeps out there, look, just do a little video.
Just do it. Yeah, no fear. Let's do it.
On the golf course, anything like that, just standing on the tee, just deliver your message.
Mm-hmm.
Because
you could be on the golf course and you could just take a quick video, and say something meaningful or anything possibly, because it has been you, showcasing on the golf course with a friend or something, and you will say something meaningful, and that's about it. Mm-hmm. And that's the real you. People buy into you, so yeah, why not?
Exactly. And going back to the comments as well, it's also if you're on an industry icons or one of the influencers or what have you, if you want to get your brand promoted, if you write the largest amount of text, and it's relevant, so it's actually keying back to what their post is about, but talking about you as well, so getting your skills in it. When people go to comment, you're at the top.
Okay, yeah.
So every time, you've got a lovely lady in your country, Bridget Hyacinth.
Yes, yeah. But she don't live Trinidad. I think she live in the UK or Canada, I believe. One of those countries.
I thought she was in Trinidad.
Bridget, no, she's a Trinidadian, but I think she lives in our next country, either Canada or yeah.
Yeah, but she's got like 4.5 million followers.
Yeah.
And imagine if she's put out a post, and some of her posts they go viral. Obviously, she's got an awful lot. Oh, something's gone wrong with my LinkedIn thing. I don't know what's going on there. I can't get in for some reason, but we might have a problem. But you imagine if she's got 4,000 people commenting, and you get in early doors as soon as our post goes out, and everyone that goes on there sees
your post. Yes.
And it's got your name, your banner, your strapline. They're seeing that. Then they're reading what you do before they comment. Wow, what exposure.
So true. Yeah. And she have so much connections. So it's basically all her connections who like a post, comment on a post, seeing your comment. So they, once it's meaningful, they will send you a request. They will engage and even reply to your comment, and a conversation start and connections begin. And then after, we go as far as business could formulate.
Absolutely. I'm not into the vanity matrix, which is having, I totally respect the influence with their millions of followers and hundreds of thousands of followers. But what I'm more interested in having quality followers, and ultimately it's all about business. I build people's profiles so they can benefit better from the platform. So I have my inquiries coming in. That's what I'm interested in. I don't care how many followers I have, how big my posts go and things like that. One of my biggest posts from a couple of years ago was I forwarded something that Bridget had done. And I added my value to it. And I got like 28,000 people reading it. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. I was just watching it. I don't want to go nuts. It's actually fantastic, really exciting. And then things settle down. That's a one-off. And there's loads of complex reasons how and why posts go viral. That's almost a separate conversation. But that was just amazing. And a few of those stars were aligned. So it went nuts. And then I've settled down to my normal level, which is sort of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,000 views type thing. But I like to do things that are different, and I like to change things up. I challenge the algorithm. I didn't post for a month in November last year just to see what would happen. I posted very little in the August before that, but I did heavy commenting on everyone. So I just like to see.
Yeah, you want to test, trial and test to see exactly how the algorithm really works, because hearing about it, reading about it is one thing, but you doing your own tests, then after you could be able now to gather your data and know what's effective from what's not effective.
No, absolutely. And I then pass that on to people because I say, well, this is the theory, but in reality, this is what happens when I do my posts and the way I do my posts. And I like my posts to be different to everybody else,
Yes, correct.
so that they stand out and people wait for them. And I've changed now, and I'm quite into carousels at the minute. I'm just doing fairly basic ones because there's some amazing content creators out there. So mine are pretty basic, but they're carrying quite a lot of informative information. But they are really well regarded now on the platform, so you get greater reach. You know,
Yeah,
I've had a
because
couple in the 40,000s now, and you just think, wow, that's incredible.
yeah, because with cursors now you have to scroll through, so you might have 5 attachments, so you will scroll 1, 2 to find out. So normally someone might be scrolling through your type posts and they will just skim through it, but most people now will stop to see what's the next attachment to
Yes,
understand your cursor. So a cursor will get more views than just a type content just straight,
absolutely.
so
It's
what I want
dwell
to find,
time. It's
yeah,
dwell
is
time. That's
dwell
there.
time.
And there are
Correct.
some clever things you can do as well now, in that you can put links to other sites. So you can come off, but they're on your carousel, for example. But when they
Right.
click, nowadays it opens up a separate screen. So that shows even though you're reading something else, some article from somewhere else,
Mm-hmm.
or a video, whatever it might be, it's showing that they're still on your post. So the dwell time
Oh,
goes up, and that triggers
yes.
the algorithm again. So, oh, we like
Mm-hmm.
this. And if you're lucky, after sort of, it's a debate whether it's 2 or 3 hours, you actually get a human to look at it from LinkedIn. And if they deem your post worthy, they'll send it out further.
Yes. It's all about tier levels going up.
Absolutely.
Understand?
You know, it's all about,
And
because it's conversational.
mhm,
LinkedIn want you to build rapport around the world and
yeah,
in business. So you want conversations building. And if they see lots of people are commenting on your post in the first 1, 2, even up to 3 hours, it shows that it must have some value.
correct. Yeah.
Then it goes into someone's inbox in LinkedIn Central, and they decide if they deem it worthy.
Mm-hmm. And what is your take on um engaging in other people's posts before you actually post, to let the algorithm know, to trick it in such a way that when you give your post, that you will get more engagements and more views.
Yeah, I've tried different ways of doing this, but technically speaking, the hour before you set your post out, you need to be active on the platform. Maybe even for longer than an hour, but that's extreme amount of time for a lot of
Yeah.
people. But it works for you because you get up early, so you have a much longer day than most people. So you can squidge it in and still do your 9 to 5 day job type thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is why we're doing this now. It's it's not even 7 a.m. for you. So
Yeah.
that's what it's all about. You can find the time if you want to find the time.
So
But
true.
that
Mhm.
does help your post.
Yeah. So you have to engage in other person's post 1 hour before, or it could be less than that.
Within the hour before, you can do it 10 minutes
Within,
before. If it just
yeah.
shows you're active on there,
Hmm. Yeah.
it helps it. Because it also, if I just comment on you,
Hmm.
you then put a post out, it comes to my feed because
Yeah.
it's showing that we've just had a conversation.
Understand. Yeah. Because it's all about with the AI technology now, they will see that you was active from before. So when it is you post, they will send the post maybe to a next tier level to see, and that way more engagements happens and more views tend to occur on that particular post.
Absolutely. I mean, when you put a post out, it will only go between 5 and 16% of your network. So if you've got 1,000 people, it's not going to go that far.
Yeah.
You can make it go further by having a fully optimized profile and all the other bits and pieces. but it's being active. That's the important thing.
The
Got to be
most
active.
important, yeah.
That's right. It's all
And
the stands arriving.
and you know, right now a lot of people saying that TikTok is great because of the organic reach. You could
Yes,
literally post a video and it could go viral within some mere hours. But I would always say that I will prefer LinkedIn over TikTok. Yes, TikTok is great, but what platform could you get the decision makers? What platform could you get all these business professionals on? You
absolutely.
don't know who on TikTok is the CEO, who on TikTok, who is a manager, who on
Yeah,
TikTok is a customer service representative. So
yeah,
how you could differentiate who you are connecting with on TikTok compared to LinkedIn. So the comparison shouldn't even be a topic. It should TikTok have its following and LinkedIn
absolutely.
has its following and leave it like that because to me TikTok is more for socializing, for family, for friends, having a good time. But when it
Yeah.
comes to business, LinkedIn don't have any competition presently. I don't know if in the future it may have, but right now no one is close to LinkedIn in terms of competing with this platform.
It's the most professional business platform by a mile. You know, there's 800 million people on here. It's grown over 100 million since the pandemic started. That's an awful lot of people. And
Yes.
many, many more millions have reactivated who have been dormant, but they're
Hmm.
realizing this is a massive opportunity to get
Hmm.
their brand out and about. So they're thinking, okay, maybe I should optimize my profile because that's so important. You have to have all the features on your profile in order, again, the algorithm likes it. And by you gradually improving and embellishing your profile, you know, you do it monthly, change things around, add bits, you know, add recommendations, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
It's all good. It all just shows you're more professional and interested in the platform. You're not just doing a post. Oh, I haven't been on LinkedIn for a couple of weeks. I better do another post. It won't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And why should it? You're trying to build up your authority voice in your industry. And if you're not on there, or if you're not being authentic and truthful and meaningful and doing decent posts, well, what's the point?
So true. Agreed.
You know,
And
TikTok, I mean, it's massive. You know, my daughter's on it; she loves it, and they're all on it, and they do all their stuff. But it's not business related. It may
yeah.
be at some point, but it's
Hmm.
not at the moment. And all the others do have their elements as well. But the most professional by a country mile is LinkedIn, and it's improving and advancing. It's
Yeah.
amazing. The features that have come on since the pandemic. I mean, my lord, it's been incredible.
What do you think about they removing these stories from LinkedIn? Because to me, that feature seems to be okay. However, maybe on their aspect in terms of data analytics, they realize that it makes sense, and they may be trying to bring out some other feature that could be captivating to individuals and see a greater data
Yeah,
shown.
I think that the thing that they're doing now that they're really pushing are newsletters. I mean,
Mhm.
that's all gone mad. We get so many requests, come and join my newsletter.
Yes, it's like unbelievably insane with
Yeah,
newsletters. Like, whoa.
exactly. But that's the thing, and I've devised one, but I haven't published yet. I'm
Yeah.
waiting for it to calm down a little bit. But when you do, you have to make because we're all getting tons of them. Get that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yes, no, no, yes, and when it's a yes, it's why. Well, it might be someone that you know that is adds good value as far as you're concerned, but it can just be the title. So cause it's the hook. You've got to get it's just the same with this, yeah, your banner and your headline. You've got to have a hook. You've got to give people a reason to stop. And then once you've got to stop, you've got them to click to read more. And
Yeah.
then they can become one of your followers, one of your, you know, the people that comments on your posts and things like that. You know, it's a clever game.
So
But
true. So
there's
true.
so many more features that will come out next year, this year.
Yeah, it have some new features coming out this year that are interesting to see how it will do
Yeah.
on LinkedIn. Yeah.
Definitely. But you know, if you think there's another 100 million people have come on in the last 18 months or so, that means your feed is getting it's harder and harder to get seen.
Yes, and I realized that in terms of like, influencers on LinkedIn, I actually seen the engagements is lowering right
Yes,
now. Yeah.
that is. It is because at the end of the day, there's so many more people on there. They don't send everything to everyone.
Hmm.
They'll only send it to you, so you sort of manipulate your feed, if you like. I
Yeah.
got really hacked off with polls, so I refused to comment on anyone's polls, and they pretty much fallen out of my feed now. But
Hmm.
I comment on people. There's all sorts of people on here for all sorts of different reasons that I comment on. But by doing that, I can manipulate my feed, so I only get things that I'm interested in.
Hmm.
And the ads that are coming in that are more and more prevalent now, probably every 3 or 4 posts that come in, you've got an ad, a paid
Yeah.
ad.
Hmm.
Well, good. That's how LinkedIn makes its money. It's fantastic. I don't care. But the point is, that is tailored to you as well. So it's
Correct.
fascinating.
Yeah.
So I don't have enough hours in the day, even if I got up as early as you. No, I wake at 5. I don't get up
Mhm.
at, was it 3:50 you get up in the morning?
3:45.
Yeah. I've got so many things to read and so many blogs and things to listen to.
Mhm.
Uh, there's not enough time, so I cherry pick and just do a few every now and again.
Yeah.
If I'm doing
Totally.
someone's profile, not that I'm being distracted, I will have one playing in the background, and then a lot of it I know an awful
Hmm.
lot of it, but then obviously, oh, hang on, didn't know about that, and then you go back and you hear, oh, that's good, that's good, that's good. And you're building your knowledge,
Yeah.
but
Correct.
you've got to try and manage your time as best you can.
Yeah. Time is something that you can't get back. You can get money, but you can't get back time. So managing time is crucial. If you can't manage your time during the day, well, then after you're really not adding value and you're not being as productive that you should be. So, Stuart, in closing, what it is that you would like to tell the audience, as we close off our session, why choose to utilize LinkedIn over other socials?
I can't recommend it highly enough to everybody. I think you need to be fully optimized with your profile, build up the why you, what gives you that extra bit, why should
Hmm.
people want to deal with you, and if anyone wants any help, guidance, I give guidance notes to people as well, so it's not just all paid work. There's a lot of people around the world that can't necessarily afford my services because it's
Yeah.
not cheap, but it adds value. And if you want to get something out of LinkedIn, the return on the investment is nothing in comparison. But some
So
people just
true.
can't afford it. So I
Hmm.
will give them a summary of ways that they can improve it. And fine. And I love to then go back and watch them grow. And I've had some people that from very, very small beginnings now have a few thousand followers and they're posting and their profile is looking much better. I've got other people that I've moved up through the 100,000 mark and are skyrocketing, but they just
Yeah.
didn't have the word, the copy, the wordsmith, the whatever, and the ability to change things. So I say, well, I can do it for you. It's not a problem.
Hmm.
It doesn't
Hmm.
matter. I'll help you. And great, I don't mind. It's all part of the service, as it were.
So true. So it was nice having you, Stuart, and hope to do a second one soon.
Love to. Yeah, love to, Antonio. You're a gentleman, and I like
Thank
you're
you.
such a happy, positive person. It's great to be associated with you, and I like to support you as much as I can.
And same here. And it was great having you, and we will do it again.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Antonio. Take care, my friend.
Have a great one.
Bye bye.